Okay, while they're fiddling, I'm going to kick off. Just the first 5 minutes or so, I'll try and put this in context, who I am, what I do, so that you know where I'm coming from. And I'll be asking some questions of you so I can get to know more who you are and what your interests are. Now, this class is going to be far more about you than it's about me, okay? So, I have a couple of kind of workshop tasks, as it were, to set, but they are not, if you have a preference, you're welcome to just do the kind of drawings you normally do. Okay, show of hands, you need to stick your hands right up, please. Who normally draws in their daily life? Stick them right up, yeah. So it's about half of you. Was that yes or no? Okay. So if the task I'm setting and your interest is more in, say, buildings or something like that, you're very welcome to go down that path. I'm basically here for this hour and a half to try and share with you a bit of what I know, but it has to be what you're interested in. So if you have certain questions like, I don't know how to draw hands, I have trouble with feet, perspective, something like that, I can't cover all of that. I can't cover everything in an hour and a half. So what I'll be doing is tell you a bit about myself, and then we'll talk about a task we might do. You do not have to do that task if you have a preference. If you have a stronger preference, I will follow your lead, because I'll come round to you individually, probably in the second hour or so, or even a bit longer. I'll be coming around to work with you individually and coach you individually on what you're doing, because you're going to get more out of it that way, okay? Than just me standing here and going blah blah blah, okay, do this, do that, this is how I do this. This is not what it's for. It's about bringing out of you what's inside you, and just basically encouraging your love of drawing, okay? After 5 days, you have to bear with me, my voice is a little destroyed, so I have to keep replenishing it. Okay, my name is Ed. Ed ILYA is my real name. I have done comics and manga as a profession for about 25 years, and I took on a kind of simplification of my surname, and I sign all of my drawings with that. So when I'm here doing artwork, I'm ILYA, so it's ILYA, ILYA. So you can call me Ed, or just go Boy, whatever you like. No? Please,
okay?
Yes. Okay, can everybody see from where they are, yeah? So that's me. Call me that or that, it's fine. So my trade is comics and manga, or graphic novels, whatever you wish to call them. To me, it's all comics, it's all the same. This isn't necessarily a comics workshop, because that's quite a specialised area. If you have an interest in comics and manga, I'm happy to turn it that way for you individually and talk about those things to you, or however many there are. So is anybody here primarily for comics and manga? If you are, stick your hand way up, yeah?
Comics like ideas about
Character designs and stories, yeah, okay. Otherwise, like I say, I'm happy to reflect whatever kind of illustration or drawing you want to do. One thing I won't let anybody say, and you're here, so I figure you won't say it, I hope you won't say it, is I can't draw. No one's allowed to say I can't draw. The only thing that means is you don't draw. So by the very act of drawing, you are drawing, and that's as equal as anybody else that's drawing. We all face confidence issues when it comes to our work, especially if we're in public or in an audience, and you just have to get over the confidence. I've done this for 25 years as a profession, and I still hate every drawing that I make. And maybe 6 months later, I'll forgive myself and think, oh, that's all right, actually, it does the job. But it's all about communication skills, your brain communicating to your hand, how your hand moves. So drawing every day is the practice if you love it, but it doesn't have to be leading to a product or a profit. It's just good for you. It's just expressing yourself. So the important thing is just to enjoy it. And that's the main thing I want you to get out today. Is just, yeah, I might not like the drawing I'm doing, but the fact that I'm working my hand and my brain, I'm just enjoying that. Yeah, and it should give you a good heart. It's not about the results, because if you do the perfect drawing, you'd retire, and there'd be no point carrying on, because you've done it. So you're always chasing the thing that you want to express, and you cannot quite get it. And that's the way of it. So don't expect to like your own drawings, just to get over that confidence issue. Okay, very, very quickly, I'll show you some of the stuff that I've done. So, I had to give away most of the copies of the things that I had to show over the last few days. Okay, here's one from the mid-90s in Japan. So, this is a Japanese magazine, a comic magazine. They read this on the metro and then throw it away at the end of the journey. And there's maybe about 26 storylines in here, ongoing serial storylines. And there's a guest spot for artists not from Japan. So just here very briefly, a kind of a very simple dumb show story. A blink in manga storytelling terms, but about the story about the metro. At any point, you can wander up and grab something, or ask me to bring something over, and I'll do that. So here's a manga story from Japan. Might not be what you think of as manga, but there's many other styles than what we see imported, which is usually just the teenage stuff. This is for older readers, probably 18 to 30-year-olds, and by and large, 60% women readers for this title, Comic Modern. There is sports in it as well, so it's not exclusively that. That I can only really show to this table. It's got nudity and sexual content. But that's just come out, there you go. There's some more examples of many different styles of manga. So this is reflecting people of my generation and below who are responding to their love of manga. But they're from everywhere. They're from Bulgaria, America, Sweden, Germany, China, many different countries, but everybody has their own brand and stamp. So your style is something unique to you, and that's something you'll be looking for as well, looking to support with you, originality and style. Just general illustration work. So, Royal Academy of the Arts is a gallery stroke museum we have in London. So these are cultural exhibitions, one for Turks and the Silk Road. So trying to convey a timeline of 1,000 years of culture, the spread of culture from the east to the west on the Silk Route. So they're designing one side of it like a Turkish garden with all the symbolic meanings and the symbolic layouts. And here's the timeline, basically the spread of civilization east to west, ending with the Islamic pattern rather than figure representation going on. These done as educational resources for that gallery, the Royal Academy of Arts. So here's one on China, and here because we're trying to reflect the culture, just done as a Chinese scroll. So it's kind of like a wall-hanging scroll. Again, we have a timeline there, the three emperors, spanning about 300 years. Various objects of good luck, and then there's the layout of the forbidden city of Peking. Hopefully fairly accurate in terms of what's where in the forbidden city. So those are illustration jobs. Some comic strips so this is a magazine for basically children who don't have parents. They live in care homes. So there's about 30,000 at least. Comes to this to about 70,000 children in care. And it kind of reflects back issues from their life, social concerns they have in a quite simple full-colour comic strip. And then one about reading graphic novels in classrooms. There. That's enough about me, I think. Later on, I might interrupt things just at the end, maybe. I'll set you the first idea. We'll see how that runs, and maybe I'll break and show you some development work of bigger projects which happen in these sketchbooks. Again, stick your hand up, who maintains a sketchbook of some sort or keeps their drawings together? Yeah? Way up. Yeah, okay, that's always good practice. I mean, never throw away a drawing as well. Don't screw it up and throw it away. I catch a lot of people doing that, and it's just such a shame. You'll wish you had those drawings, you know, down the line, so do keep them together. Okay. As I say, the tasks and ideas I'm going to set, they're voluntary. If you have a particular thing you're more interested in drawing or talking about, we can do that instead. But these are just if you want some guidance and you want a reason to be doing what you're doing. Two things. The first is I'm going to ask you to nominate characters that are well known, generally well known. So these could be people from literature, they could be people from history, they could be people from the world of film, characters, rather than saying, you know, Brad Pitt or whatever. So otherwise you've got to draw Brad Pitt. If you want to take that on, you're welcome. So just we can shout them out. If you can nominate a character that you feel is generally well known, and if I'm not sure of it, I'll say, okay, show of hands, so we all know that, you know who that is, yeah? So let's start with that. Actually, I'm going to write down some options. So, any idea of a well-known character from history, from literature, from the entirety of culture? An idea of a well-known character?
Alexander the Great.
Alexander the Great. That's funny, I was just thinking Odysseus in my head. So you picked up that line. Now, show of hands, everybody know who Alexander the Great was? Yeah? Yeah? Don't be afraid if you don't know.
I don't know what he looked like.
Part of what we're doing is to imagine what he looked like. Somebody else.
Elvis.
Elvis, good. So both real people so far. How about somebody who is fiction as far as we know? Somebody who did not exist. Yeah?
Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes.
Calvin. Show of hands if you don't know Calvin from Calvin and
I
Hobbes.
don't know which is which.
Calvin is the boy. Yeah?
Calvin is the boy.
Yeah. You're not sure? Okay. Hopefully you won't get this in the lottery. Can we say Calvin and Hobbes? Yeah? It's a boy who's about 6 to 8 years old, 6 years old maybe, and he has a stuffed tiger. But he has a very rich imagination and fantasy life in which this tiger is his best friend and the daddy that talks, and they get into lots of scrapes together. It's one of my favourite things. I put hobbies, sorry. Hobbies. Boy and tiger are around. Laid-back tiger, hyperactive boy. That's the combination. We're just nominating characters from fiction, history, real life that are well known. And please join in if you're welcome to. Likewise, parents, join in. Please do. Okay, others, come on. We need at least one each. So keep shouting out. Lara Croft, okay? Everybody know who Lara Croft is? Yes? Stick your hand up if you don't. Come on, you know. If you get one and you don't know who it is, get another person or me to tell you who it is. But she's a busty gaming heroine who runs around. She's like Indiana Jones with extra prestige. Hot pants. Another one, please.
IT.
Who?
IT.
Archie.
Archie.
Archie. Okay, can we avoid maybe cartoon characters that are already existing in cartoons? So let's try and find some other things.
House.
Huh?
House. Isn't House MD is in Fairy House?
Yeah, I'll go with that. Everybody know who House MD is? Housewife's Choice?
Sure.
Hmm?
TV.
Yeah. Hugh Laurie Sexhill. Who would have thought? Others, please.
John McClane.
John. Die Hard. Okay. Everybody familiar with Die Hard?
No.
He's played by the actor.
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Oh, you know where he saves
It's kind of-
terrorists who are
yes.
about to blow up the tower.
Super cop. One man against terrorism. Somebody from history, please.
Elizabeth first.
Okay. Everybody know that one? First Queen Elizabeth of England. Famous for the Spanish Armada and
Wearing big ruffles.
yeah, big ruffles and the Virgin Queen.
Yeah.
The Virgin Queen. Supposedly. I put Elizabeth of one, but hopefully you know what that was. Okay, some more please.
Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln, good. Okay. Who have we got? Somebody else in fiction from the world of books that isn't necessarily illustrated books.
Jane Eyre.
Jane Eyre. Everybody's got an idea of what Jane Eyre is, yeah? Maybe two or three more. Go wide.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, yes. We've all got an idea of Harry Potter. Yeah, I was going to say, let's go non-human or into the realms of monsters and myth and so on. Right, I was glad you mentioned yeah. I was thinking, really? There are cameras in the room. Muhammad Ali, Kesses, boxer.
Katniss Everdeen.
Huh?
Katniss Everdeen. In Hunger Games.
Okay, does everybody know that one?
They don't live in the
We got Harry Potter already. You might be able to do that to Harry Potter, according to what happens. Yes, good, thank you. And I think just let's go into the realms of space and sci-fi. Anybody there?
The Kraken. The Kraken.
Kraken, the mythical monster. It's the same legend, Perseus.
Yeah, Perseus.
Okay, can I put Kraken, Leviathan, stroke, just basically the beast of doom, I guess, for anybody who's not sure. The Kraken is from the, I think it's the Perseus legend. I think they smashed together a few things into Clash of the Titans. I'm going to say Moby Dick, equally. That's kind of the same realm there. So the monster that's going to bring me into everything. Okay, hopefully we've got enough there. Now what I'm going to do is say to you, we've nominated and listed these now, and I'm going to allot them to you at random. When you've got this character that you hopefully have an idea of in your head of what we've traditionally seen them as, I want you to take them, transform them and personalise them in some way, bring something that only you know about or that can only come from you to that image of them. Now, an example, Cinderella, okay? You all have an idea of Cinderella from Fairy Story. I hope, yes? If you're a boy who likes sharks, what are you going to do? Cinderella has a shark, okay? And follow that through. Cinderella's character, what she does, the storyline, but she's something else completely. Now, you don't have to go that off the wall, but I'm looking for you to somehow reclaim that character and make it not Jane Austen's or not the one from the Greek myth, somehow make it personal in some way. What that might mean to you and how you might re-express it as if you came up with that character, yeah? Are we clear? Okay. And I'll maybe allow about a half hour enough for me to go, maybe half an hour, 40 minutes enough for me to go around the room. Like I say, if you want to just pursue your own drawing questions, drawing skills, I'm here for that too. And we don't have to stick to this necessarily. Just grab one quickly. Okay. Once you've grabbed your one, Maybe grab a sheet of paper of some sort. We seem to have a lined paper here, but on the back of it, it's blank. Get a sheet and stick your name on it. You got one? So, no peeking. Well done.
You're the one of the.
Everybody's got one, yeah? Look, one chance, you've got a 5-second chance. Anybody wants to swap for Elvis?
If you're like Elvis more, I don't know where you
Okay, you've got Elvis. You've got to join in. Did you hear what we're doing?
yes.
Yeah. Okay, so take your character, personalise them. You've invented them, you're reinventing them. Personalise them with something that is about you, that you're going to draw better than anyone else, that you're going to know more about than anyone else. Choose the character, so hopefully we can still recognise we are talking about Pegasus, but he's not necessarily the things we think he is, or whatever your character is or isn't. So you think about gender, think about if they're human, maybe they're not human. Think about if they're in a different genre than the one we accept them from. So if they're from myth, they might go to sci-fi. If they're from sci-fi, they might go, I don't know, underwater, or, you know, take them somewhere where it brings in the things that you know about. Make it personal to you. If you have to think aloud, I find that helps. Scribble, make notes, think aloud. You've got enough paper here, you can use scrap. So just be thinking
I
aloud.
did, yeah. I didn't know I was coming here. It happened to be in my bag.
Okay, there's just a few things to be thinking about. Things you can change, you've got to personalise them in whatever way is personal to you. You can change gender, genre, style, time, space in which you think we think they exist, species, go where you will, okay? she going with
And very, very
She kind of
hard.
looks like Attila the Hun.
Well, she's actually an architect. That's what I'm doing drawing. She looks like Attila the Hun.
Mine's Alexander the Great.
Alexandra. Alexandra. The Great.
Meant to be Alexander.
She's meant to be in a suit. He's in a suit, isn't he?
So, yeah.
basically
Does he work for a bank?
But have you had a chance of that? Yes. But, I sure that was stupid. Yeah.
very scary, but it's not huge, is it? So what if, Kraken doesn't have to be something that's huge? Possibly. Okay. Okay, these are our received ideas of a Kraken water beast. These are all water beasts. Kraken denies that water beasts huge size. So you think of what might, you're here to change this personally in a way that would suit you. Now, I'm starting off by saying what I'm scared of is bringing some of these qualities to it and visualize it. I'll be thinking, okay, do I want to go with it? No, do I spend time in the water? Where would it be in the water if I was scared of it? If you want to stick with water, or do just trying to be thinking, okay, we know what we're thinking there, but how can we that's the most scary, the worst requirements, it's scary. Now, is there anything drawing you said in that language? So you know,
Learn how to draw
what
the eyes of the female characters in that. I could use that, try to draw the characters.
One of the things I got was yeah, but it might be scary, and when we she's not scary, is it? So there's an element of cuteness, but see if you can make the cute scary.
That's why it's so scary.
So yeah, combination. See where you can get to.
Are we supposed to make a drawing of it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, if you want to tell a story, start doing that. But try and do it in the, if you know it's punchy, then it's okay.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah? Okay, cool. So, okay. This is Elvis. He says, tell me about it. So this looks almost like Elvis trap or something. Is it Elvis King of the Hobo? Yeah. Okay. It's almost like he's a busking musician. Tell me about the style you've given me here. Where do you think this is happening? In a forest? Okay. How come it's in the forest? Okay, tell me about why he's looking a bit like this. Is it showing his feelings?
Because he's poor and no one realizes his talent, so he has no job. His job is just wandering.
So what would he be doing?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I can see you've started building his band, so maybe be thinking about if they find, they wouldn't make us a problem, so maybe if they find or make us a problem, so you can blend with his he's kind of got a homemade, he's trying to do the Las Vegas thing, but it's homemade and it's great, so it's big things he's found, so can continue that working. So what they're playing is the microphone real, do they have electricity, is it real, or is it kind of, kind of thing, and you can go into detail of how he lives and how he makes these things, but he's living that he wants to be Elvis. It's nice, it's pretty cool. Okay.
Unless we died.
Yes.
I'm drinking a couple of so I didn't know what to do with his other hand, so I give him a bottle.
I hope that's not weird. It looks like a mobile phone. It's got to.
Well, that's a mobile phone.
Oh, okay.
That's the bottle.
So, what makes you want to bring them to the big city? Is this modern?
Yeah. Because I don't know, it's just interesting. So
This whole, I think the whole idea that this has been right now ruling the world.
exactly, like who else in stand time can sort of like rule over half the world?
Yeah.
Get away with it.
So you think his methods are different?
Yeah, but they still apply, so yeah, this will work.
Can you go into those methods of how you transpose it, who his foes are? It's like once you tweak it to this element of his own religion, you're kind of suggesting that to do with how he dies. But bringing out the story of the same things that Alexander did, we're following through the things that correlates to. I'm just noticing that we're drawing on tablecloths. I'm sorry. If you're finding that it's making it hard, pencil softness underneath, maybe there's enough pads. Stick the pad under your give you a harder surface to work on. You shouldn't really be working on tablecloths, and I've only just noticed. Sorry about that.
Right, well,
So if necessary, rest on your pad.
well, I sort of think you'd be like going around and you'd be buying up like smaller businesses in the areas and sort of like doing the whole Walmart thing and just, taking over everything at once and making it all one big mega corporation. And that's sort of the way you defeat people and to control the world.
He's traditionally seen.
Norway, yeah.
How do we think received kind of thing? Do we think in favorable terms or in unfavorable terms?
Well, he seems a bit of a hero.
Yeah. So, how do we normally perceive this as being like kind of corporate?
Not very well, no.
Yeah. So.
Unless they're Steve Jobs.
Well, yes, unless I die young. Yeah.
And he didn't wear, I was going to say Steve Jobs never wore a suit. He always wore the same t-shirt. Well, not the same type of t-shirt. Stinky.
So maybe, is he still good or what kind of, if so, what kind of businesses he in? How is changing? We perceive that work in some ways, had great ambition, and that helps change the world.
Yeah.
But it comes down to issue as a big one. So do we try and perceive this corporate world in the same sphere and transform the kind of corporate movement into like good, or has that always been sometimes very decide?
Yeah.
And what do you know control? What do you think do you explore?
Usually I draw for school, so I'm doing sort of, the projects there, things.
When you have time on your own, what's the time to draw that?
I tend to draw sort of things I can see. Sometimes I draw book characters, but they're mainly the ones that I come up to better sort of picture what they look like. Yeah.
Is there any good ones around you?
Well, not drawing wise, but writing wise, my troubles figuring out where one character what they're going to actually do while the rest of the other characters are doing. So it's a bit complicated.
She's trying to write her first book before she leaves school.
Give myself a year and a bit.
Yeah. I mean, as long as it is itself, it's your actual stresses out.
Yeah.
It's fine. It helps us to structure it. You can review it at school. Okay, I'm very young, but to just fill out the world.
Yeah.
Put something conceptual, put him in a new frame. So So just follow it through and just really come up with things to come up with some. Think of who else I was very relevant to the other people that were significant characters in this before as well. Versions of her.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, he might meet Attila.
So mine's Laura Croft, but she's actually now Laura Al Crofty, and she's an Arabian woman, architect. So, who is
Still with the gun?
No, that's a flat roll of drawings. Sorry, yes, that's exactly what she said.
Yeah.
And she's got a big handbag because
What
all the
brand
women,
is this?
Laura Croft International,
Okay.
and she's got a big handbag because all Persian ladies carry, Arabian ladies have big handbags.
Yeah, like-
So with the Apple computer sticking
Yeah.
out the side, but she's got her steel-toed boots on because she goes to building sites and they're also useful. So she's got that, and if you've ever met any, actually there's a couple of things. There are more women, like 80% of all architecture students in the Middle East are women. So in the future, women are going to be the architects in the car. But anyway, she's going off and she's saving the heritage and of Persian Gulf architecture, and we don't have any here because this is too modern. So that she's in Bahrain. So this is Bahraini architecture, and then they've got a green building in the back. They've got a sustainable wind tower with wind turbines in it. So this is what she's doing.
Well, we actually did architecture, it is, but it wasn't a thing that went around.
No, it's still tough. So anyway, and
She is an architect.
I'm an architect, but what I think it's a whole perception of what I wanted to do was change the perception of women that the West have of women in Arabian women, and they're incredibly strong and determined, and they're very successful. And the fact that they wear an abaya means nothing.
Okay, can I say you?
That's
These are casts.
They're just people in the background because I was going to some background.
These are casts.
Are they guards?
Yes.
Oh right, okay.
I'm pointing at this one because that's where the guards are. She has to break into one of the buildings
Right.
without damaging them.
Yes, yes,
Dressed as she is.
yes,
Able to adapt and adopt whatever she's got here.
yes.
But you've got to get somehow get in the top on the board and avoid the guards. So that's kind of asking for a coin strip solution, but you can solve it in any way that you like. But given her current outfit, that's the Lara Crofty task she's got.
I was going to say the great thing about the abaya is that you can walk in anywhere. It's, you know, all she needs to do is put a hijab on.
Nobody's allowed.
Should now delete those.
Over their dressed. Okay.
You know, in Bahrain it's illegal to dress for a man to dress as a woman, but it's not illegal for a woman to dress as a man. But I think Dubai might just change the rules that they don't like women dressing like tomboys. Oh no. Dubai.
How about
What
this
did
is
you name
Lawrence
her?
Croft?
Alright.
Okay. Where's your name? Where's your name?
What about?
Where's sign your drawings?
Oh, okay.
Everybody stick your name on your drawings, please.
My name or the name of the...
No, your name.
My
Your
name.
should be there.
Okay.
You've got check the
No,
details.
Abraham Lincoln, a rail splitter as a tree hugger. I was trying to get this more like kind of tree-like Persian tapestry.
It's very good.
Out of this American heritage and into
I like his eyes.
Arabic design.
What qualities of it
Hmm?
are well received?
Well, you know, we
Ridiculous for sure. Who doesn't have his next?
country.
I think you concentrate on the background
Not so
sometimes and then
much
come back to him. That's what I did.
Yeah.
You know, so you get the other bit
As
in.
an assassinated president in a European country.
How about his looks? What's other two?
Oh, you gotta have long nose. You gotta be somber. Right?
Well, you don't have to. That's the thing. You know, this could be the Johnny Haystack, actually. If you want.
I don't know. I don't know about long rooms. I want to do more as a younger
I guess I'm asking for clues as to why there's a bedroom underneath the
That's easy. She's going to tunnel underneath.
So what
Yes, because she's now a civil engineer at the same time.
big looks is way of being dressed that you can transform somehow still fits into this new conception as well, or even the version of something that gives us a clue back to the source.
Don't want to do the top hat. Don't want to do the beard.
But if you don't want to do anything, to think of why you don't want to do them, how you can do alternatives, that still goes there. I've got an idea in my head, but I don't want to say it until you see if you can put it first. So I'll come back now. Give us more clue that this is the personal
I don't want the axe because it's no longer a rail splitter. He's a tree hugger.
He was a lawyer for a while.
Yeah.
Can I go back to you guys?
Probably not helpful. He was.
Yeah, he took the book.
I think that might only be in the movie.
Legends. Is it something about a book and he took it back to the library or something? Or snow?
And you know the tree of life isn't alright. I just carry on the whole variety thing here. I'm sorry,
Well, he's still in there.
Oh, I thought it was actually at the top as we speak in Sri Lanka.
It's
Maybe
in
there's
the
one
middle of the
online.
desert. Yeah, it's in the middle of the desert. And there's nothing else around. And it's been there forever.
You've never seen it, have you?
And I've never seen it.
There's a bunch of it's really
all
graffiti.
completed there, yeah. But I really like the idea of sort of transferring into being Persian.
Oh, I don't know.
Yes.
So,
What to do?
But wouldn't he have a beard? Just because, like, they didn't shave
She
him?
jumps over because they're close together. Just the building's close together. It's so
Maybe she uses her fly as like a bat. Flying,
fantastic! Yes!
flying bat.
Yes! We got the solution!
Those wonderful slides.
She's got a special bear. There's a unique
So you're not based in Bahrain anymore? Oh, yeah. And are you teaching here or working here?
No, I'm unemployed, that's why I can come up with all these silly ideas because we've got enough time to have some imagination.
Were you teaching or were you working in the house? Have you heard of the haunted house?
Sir?
Yes, there's a haunted house. I was going to move out to Mohammed bin Zayed City and develop this shrine that
No, I'm trying to, I'm just being through the process to get my D3 certification. Recognises the masters, because in architecture you actually do masters. Architects always behave as well, architects with that. We do 5 years at university, just a few.
Exactly.
We also come out with bachelors, even 5 years at university.
Yes.
I would say that's how we do 3 years plus for masters. So I had to go through the process of actually getting the university to sign up for that. My qualifications were my standard to be recognized as a master.
So,
So I'm just going to do it because we're going to university changes every 5 times.
Oh, which university?
Because I was at the university, now the University of Great Falls, in Canterbury. That was the first school there. But it's now Royal University. So I find that super water too, because there's all the reasons that they don't need to just got her to recognize and now so at 8th administrative so that's
You don't want any copyright.
No. Remember they used to do pairs in the old TV shows? So they have pair tube computers.
Yeah, they have pair tubes.
Oh, sorry. So, you think
No, it's okay. I mean, I like
excuse me, is Jane Eyre, is that Charlotte Bronte or is that Jane Austen?
Jane Austen?
It is Jane
Oh,
Sorry, it might be Bronte because why would she give her character the same name as
It's
herself?
Jane Eyre. She's a woman. She's a strong woman. And Jane Eyre was, sorry. Well, we'll Google it.
Bring that other string that goes well away.
What was this one? Bookshelves.
She might be. That other dimension.
They have nice books and lots of nice books because they were invested in books. Alright.
How are we doing on the time check?
I'm making it up.
So,
Oh, yes, 7:30.
so it's another half an hour?
Yeah.
So
I like what you've done here with this room's not big enough. This is great.
I don't like anything.
When I was a kid, I used to do it all the time. I would just stick together. I did it with the sheet wallpaper here. Goliath, like 8 to 10. So this is absolutely good instinct.
Well, I did start on it.
I'll pay this list.
Yeah. I'm not such an animal person,
So he's almost transformed here in front of our eyes.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Supergirl used to have a horse.
Oh, really?
And worryingly, she went on a date with him when he was in his transformed human state. So Supergirl dated the horse. Chaplin, I can't remember what he was called, but he was the Wonder Horse. No, I like the fact that now we've got the transforming, we've got this kind of octagonal growth spurt. So what is this kind of art disturbing human, Pegasus, what sort of thing does he do?
Yeah, maybe he is a horse, and but he sees like high fashion around him, and he wants a piece of it, so he transforms himself into like this fashion-seeking creature. But he keeps the wings, so access space.
It's disturbing. I like the fact that shot as well. It's kind of almost like a show jumper.
Yeah, yeah, I kept the horsey thing going on.
Let's follow through the fine fashion trend. So I'm going to ask you about high-end shoes, design some Gucci shoes. They're going to work for him. Design some jewellery and rings. Do you know your brands and all your brands? Do you know them? Yeah. Could you play with them? Some different design houses might do different solutions for dressing pieces. In terms of the bling as well, and maybe the accessories.
Maybe like horses do have a lot of accessories. He's going to need.
Yeah, great, no, great. I can see you doing something with that.
Yeah, I can see that.
So Gucci Theorucci is when we get the leads out there. Theorucci accessories. Oh yeah, the labels. So you can come on and turn that have an element of things as we middle to so like Chanel have a make all the other top brands how can you get it to know? Who's the message? It used to be an oil I did Pegasus, so I flying eggs that lived on to live But yeah, I like that. Let's just play with the high-end fashion, for because I don't think they're catered for now. Even if the way they do the logo design as well, I'd be quite interested in that kind of stuff. But play with that because I can already see one, which is the two. Is that Coco Chanel?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe he leaves behind Coco Chanel tracks wherever he goes. So yeah, along those lines, you like the labels better than me. Have some fun with it. Cool.
Fireplace.
This is almost like Carly. Scarlet Death Garden as well. As a flower.
Yeah, she's the Tudor Rose, but she's not thought. The thoughts have their heads.
I'm just pleased.
I always have this it's completely unsustainable. Where? America has all these getting Scotty because you have to protect the reveal of the payment in this Well, I'm sorry. The idea of
some sort of depth and
hence, where's it your perspective going?
Okay. So at the moment they're like.
Circling that.
Hmm? No, it's good. It feeds into all sorts of things. So the kind of printed David stuff, and you've got kind of prophecy coming and things in the Hindu kind of sort of. What's leading you to the pattern you can kind of century?
Never been
Well,
very good at perspective.
I tend to do figurative work. I do environmental things, wildlife, plants. But I also do design work, which I do symmetrical design work. So, yeah, because you design perspective. Sort of Arabic theme projects. Yeah, so it's sort of design. There is a design.
Things up the year responding to this.
Maybe, I mean, it could be. So, inside of the I mean, I just sort of saw her as you look into it, she was not what she appeared to be. So she was where she wanted to be there. And you can realise that the image she wanted to promote, I guess, of herself. That there was a dark side. No, you have to go.
You it does remind me a bit of what I do at times. I think it's part of me that wanted to become a fabric designer. So that kind of repeat pattern thing. The century was back there, and I'm certainly seeing towards that. So I think that's all. I think it's quite an interesting thing. These are dead, but maybe they're still present. And maybe somehow this is a kind of almost like a psychological some ghosts of people skeletons that feast on they're still present.
Yes.
So maybe in her own mind, this is a psychological depiction of actually, this is a kind of symbolic thing.
Yes.
So
yes, I'm not sure whether she feels like that, or just not that. She feels she's sort of still
Can I suggest a thing? You don't have to go here, but you kind of got that feeling of
How do I make it from Greece, not foreign?
the thing, the fact that she's defeated them, but she
Left.
still surrounding her. Can you turn that dial up? So it's at 1 o'clock, can you turn it to 10? So can you go there in terms of what you suggested?
So what's he's going to be for Greece? We should have a picture
Let's say you're dealing with a mental state. I don't want to pick too much.
No, because I think she did. And then you should have another picture in the background by her ghost of what she because she lived in her head. I mean, I know I'm not taking you. Yeah, I'm really but it's not doing what you want to do or take them to turn.
No, absolutely is. Absolutely is. I'm just saying you brought up something interesting. I was saying maybe these aren't defeated dead and gone. They're kind of almost like they're ghosts.
Well, I think it was that's what we do. And she was left, but she was also left on her own with all the people that surrounded her.
Fully forgiven.
Yeah. Okay, so that state of when it's like guilt or quality of a coin, turn up to complete paranoia and terror and wanting control it.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it. I can understand what you're saying. I'm just not quite sure how to explain it.
I think that, sometimes I just let the pencil go to where it's and I don't want to. I think it's what I'm saying has come from you, and you're saying maybe they're not dead on it, and just the things about the animals, and maybe they possess things, or okay, what can kill a rose? What can defeat a rose? Think of things what can attack roses.
Yes.
Maybe somehow those elements.
Yes.
But if her own mind state has curdled and stewed and we're now 40 years on and it's gone tilted over into that blackness. Yeah, because it's quite a composed thing, but it's dark. It's up the darkness is what I'm saying. Just as an interesting thing, or if you have an alternative idea of how to work it, that's great. That's a good thing. I was going to set the second task, but we've only got about 20-25 minutes here, so I'm going to come around again and do an update on what you've got. Some of you I've asked kind of what do you normally do? Is there any particular aspect of drawing, illustration, whatever the problems with? If we haven't talked about that, if you still think, you know, hang on, I have trouble when I draw eyes or I have trouble when I draw something, we can talk about that, but try and get to talk about it with you. Nobody's really gone into colour yet. We have all these, if you feel colour belongs, we have all these things here, which I've noticed in mine, I should have pointed out before. But you're welcome to take stuff away and carry on working with it as well, I think, yeah? These resources are for them. Okay, a bit. Well, certainly maybe the paper. But meanwhile, there are colours here, so if colour has an element to what you're doing, grab it from the other end of the table, bring that in, and we'll carry on seeing where we can take your ideas. And can somebody make a noise like an alarm bell at about 5 to 10 minutes from the end, because I want to hold up a couple that we can show to the rest of the group.
It looks like Richard. It does look, is this like your cousin Richard?
Yeah. Okay, we've got the idea.
Maybe I'll send it to him. I know he's such a charmer, isn't he, Richard?
Bring in these qualities.
I think we need to draw Richard. I call his skinny curly hair. Callum's skinny curly hair.
You want to know what it is, Mark? An architect. See? So she's got her stools to boots, because she has split her bones. And this isn't a professional series. So she's saving the cultural heritage of
You think?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know where she's He said, you know, use something that's right here and all that's easy. Do the answer. You need a lot of time to
Because we own the house. Then if you want to take it and follow it on, I think you guys can do that. I mean, you did that with other well-known cartoon films, where are they now? Mickey Mouse, where is he now? They're in the traps or something like that. It doesn't look like it does have a record. This is really huge.
Yeah. And you can stop with your.
So they agree that. Almost like
So I'm just trying to like the transformation. This.
We made breakfast this morning.
No. I mean, if you did the romance,
He wants to know tempura, veg or salad.
Tempura? Veggie salad. Sounds all three sound good.
Salad.
Tempura. Tempura.
Oh, do you want there's fish cup? Fish
No,
cup.
tempura.
Sorry.
We're ordering dinner now, you know.
No, that's not saying it's wrong either. I mean, you could make a thing out of it. This is 6% of you. So you see, no.
It says none so far.
I'm trying to keep that.
It's simple.
So this fills in the range that we can.
Oh, they're like specific.
Just saying that, okay, if you're trying to do something pristine,
It's your
suited to it. So, yes, right. And how's he hanging on? How's the price hanging on?
First of all,
So it's like a wrestling.
yeah, and then they also have.
Yeah, so it's just, that is the type of book. Yeah, so interesting. Should be very opposite of the other something.
International.
Not
Right.
So,
I mean, it's not totally
what were you saying supposed to be?
international requirements. It's good. And just the fact that the girls and the guys are
What business do you think we should have?
in one course. So there's a little bit of like.
Travel, so it goes to
Yeah.
holidays for ghosts or holidays that have ghosts, scare people and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what did you study? Because you obviously do
What?
what did you originally study?
No, I did art, but I did ceramics. Stained glass.
Think about the way ghosts are.
Stained glass, oh my god.
Ghosts are like that sort of thing. Or like anywhere
Put it on, get some water in there.
where the world and ghosts
A little stream, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you
Little
know,
rocks.
you know that
Yeah,
it's all
right.
meant to be heaven as well. So,
Mhm.
What's meant to be heaven?
actually, the heaven is what Danny had in Spanish Mass. Heaven means that we're going to heaven.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
See, the Americans and everything's just Spanish. They're Spanish actually.
Oh,
It's very small. It's Spanish. Last year.
So whoever wins this project, is that the
It was demonstration. Bricks can go to
They do beautiful. Not just to go to go.
The only issue is that start going to
No, they good reason to.
Yeah.
You might have trouble getting a job here, you know, a little Dubai.
Would you be to that?
Yeah, more so if you have a
They have the same share.
I like my greenery. It's very brown.
Good. She's not scared of anything, is she? Oh, that's not, that's good.
Well, I think that's just me teaching my
It does
daughter.
actually look like it though, like there's a shadow in the background and it could be her with her.
It does. I have. Claudia came up with a solution.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to jump from this building to that building, and her abea's like a bat wing. So that's how she's going to do it, and they're not going to notice because they just think it's big enough.
Okay, so she now got to know.
Yeah,
She's to go for them.
she's got a bird, and these are sticking out wooden things that they have, and she's going to go. I don't know. She's stealing something from the top of her.
It's probably more about graphic design if you're looking at ones that kind of. Just architect, there might be a different. She's of course good at that.
Yeah, she's definitely no, she's not. She's definitely. But Laura Croft actually was. What was she doing in
She's stealing lots of things.
well, she was stealing.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's putting them out.
She's saving artifacts.
The first 20 years of her life, she was stealing, and the next 20 years, she's putting them back.
In the right place, you know. The next thing she'll be stealing them from the British Museum and putting them back in Athens.
There's the storyline.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot around the world that these restitution like that. That's you could go somewhere there. Don't tell anyone.
No other the embassy would like one.
Isn't it just be filmed?
It won't destroy the film. No, that's a really good idea. Let's see if we can copy that too.
Basically, she
Got casual
rose.
Subsumed almost, don't you? Yeah.
Right?
Are these wormy things here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically the petals of the rose.
Yeah. What's the verse? It's
Why is there no lion there?
something about the sickness of the heart of the
And
rose.
I said, you know, the British, they tried to take it away. They did the Parthenon.
If you Google rose and sick and the verse, it's famous.
Really?
How it goes is, a worm thou art sick.
So,
Google that actually, a worm thou art sick. Kind of wormy cheesy word. See that? And I like that you kind
Are there
of,
any
you still got the
trees that
symmetry.
have like
It's kind of gone stunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's zoomed in, so that's great.
there's also different veneers you can have.
Yeah,
Very good.
I've got the Pegasus collection by the Bouton collection. Bouton. I've got bridal, as in something
That's a Parthenon on the that's meant to be out the window. It's a Parthenon. Put a goodie word into art, you know.
I'd love to see the whole scene where the day of getting buffed up, kind of Sex and the City fast forward montage would be great. Nijinsky, Korsakov, you know, it's great. I love it. Yeah. Still got the pride. I think there's a whole, again, you've got a whole concept there you can run with. And think about where he's going with this, why, you know, what this now allows him to do that he couldn't do before.
It's just like
Which is through what's his ambition.
has ready.
Okay, I think kind of bring it to a close there. You've all explored things, you know, in your own routes. I think you've found some really original solutions. I just told that moving back to the right. It's only not one they want. I can only do about 2 of you. It's only not one they want to tell that. No? Okay, can we move on? Harry Potter has now become a kind of a beast. What do you want to tell us about it? Okay, tell me if I get anything wrong. Harry Potter is kind of almost like a beast monster, so the kind of things that he would be fighting against. So he's now Barry Octa, the legendary octopus. So he's got a single eyeglass for his single eye, there, and his rose and his magic wand. So he's still got those qualities of Harry Potter that allow us to link to that. It comes from Don Wart's school, Don Wart's. Yeah, it's got a foul Voldemort creature now has become Voldemort. Okay, okay, great. That was this accent. That's great. What I'm selecting is no reflection on the others. We only have a couple of minutes, so yes. Is there any way to hold this up? Pegasus transforms into what? You can describe it.
He transforms into a fashion icon because his board of his life is a flying horse, so he flies into the high street and just goes to designer places, and he gets stuff made for him, and he gets his hair done by Pony and Guy, and he gets special Swarovski horseshoes made, and enjoys his
French
life.
hoosh manicure and polish and so on. So he's a very much a label,
And the Bouton
shopping mall
shoes.
kind of. Yeah. So I think that's a good reflection of kind of local shopping mall kind of thing too. Thank you. I hope you all got something out of it and enjoyed it. And it's great to see you know, just so much creativity in such a short space of time. So I found it useful. And thanks to the British Council for bringing me over here and putting this on. So thanks everyone. Please make sure you sign your drawings, and you're very much welcome to take them home, and I hope some of you will carry them on because you've got some good stuff going on there. There's a concept even that I might want to steal. But I've got enough, so I leave it to you. But I want to see that.
You're probably right there.
Okay. Each of them. Okay. Okay. So we get something like so I'm gonna put their name, sign and date. Can I? Okay. Yeah. We'll make it right in there. Okay.
Glue.
Get your name. So your name. Arjun? Is that AR? Genuine? AR genuine. Yeah. No. It's 31st of the thank you. And your visa. Yeah. Doing it. I'm putting first name Germany, is that alright? Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so your visa. Yeah. Should we keep two in front of me? Should we keep them today? And Sean, yeah? Yeah.